So you should have looked at the three pictures here and determined the number of solutions. So this first one has one intersection, so it has one solution. This second one has two parallel lines, and because those lines are parallel, it has no solutions. And for this third one, it's not linear, but we've got a line here and a line crossing through it. It intersects twice, so it has two solutions. All right, so if you've got any question about those, make sure you ask them somehow. But let's go ahead and move on to our first algebraic example. So this is going to be a system that has no solutions, right? I'm going to tell you right ahead of time, it's got no solutions. So we're going to solve this system, and we have to choose the method that we want to use. Oops, hit the button on my pen. Still got to learn how to use this thing. We are going to have to choose the method. Do we want to do substitution, or do we want to do elimination? And remember, elimination is what we call addition, subtraction, multiplication, right? We did that in sections 6.3 and 4. That's like the big name for any time we're doing addition, subtraction, or multiplication. So what do we want to do? Do we want to do substitution, or do we want to do elimination? We want to kind of choose which one's going to be easier. So I notice on this particular system that there is no easy variable to solve for. And so because there is no easy variable to solve for, I'm going to choose elimination. Because elimination is going to be a lot easier way to do this. So we can look at these and we could subtract them. I don't like subtraction. I'll be honest. I don't like having to do subtraction there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this whole bottom thing by a negative. So I'm going to do some multiplication here. The top doesn't change, but the bottom is going to be flipped on all of these. And I do this simply so that I can add everything together. So notice what happens here. This is 0 plus 0 equals 8. So we end up with 0 equals 8. My variables disappeared, right? And we've had lots of equations like this in the past where our variables have disappeared. And it actually follows the same rules for when variables disappear. We ask ourselves, is this true or false? Does 0 equal 8? It does not. 0 and 8 are in fact different numbers. And so that's a false statement, right? And so what that means is, because this is false, it means that this is no solutions, right? False statements equal no solutions. So we do our normal method, whichever one we want to choose, and if our variables both become eliminated, we ask ourselves, is this true or false? This one was false, so it means no solutions. And that's all we have for this particular video. You can go back to your Canvas lesson and do the one example we have for you there. The answer is in the next video.